They're scared to cross. They're real close.
Let's see if they come across. They're on the bridge. They're right here.
They have one.
Where'd he go?
Water.
One hit. I think I might have gotten him.
You might have.
The other guy's across the bridge. Far end of the bridge.
Can't see from the trees. Stay
Make sure he doesn't get his friend up. Yeah.
I'll watch the low bridge.
Wait, I'm healed. I got one more frag. I got to reload. He's still over there. Oh, he hit me again. Damn.
He's behind it. Behind bridge. Behind
he's
bridge.
Still, yeah, he's still on the other. Yeah, he's to the right.
Yep. Hidden through the wood. He's going back up. Going back up.
Yeah, he's still by the tree over there. I missed him.
I can't cross this bridge. This side.
No way! I hit him. Don't let him get us. He's gonna dome you from above. You need to get the high ground, yeah. Make sure he doesn't res his friend.
His friend was down here on the right.
His friend was in the water.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did you get him? Is that his body down there? Who's that down there?
Where?
On the edge of the train tracks. End of the train, right there. Maybe I got him. Maybe he bled out.
I tapped him.
Because the other guy was down in the water. Has this guy got a cloak? Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I am Mr. Rain, and today I am taking a look at Hunt Showdown. Hunt Showdown is developed by Crytek, and currently it is in early access. The Hunt Showdown is a unique multiplayer mini battle royale type game. It's not really the best way to describe it, but it's probably the most relatable. The main game mode has only 10 players per match, but that's actually a good thing. One thing Hunt does really well is atmosphere. Having a low player count per match allows the game to feel more eerie and make each match more meaningful. Try saying that 10 times fast. However, it is more than just hunting down 9 other players, or 8 if you're teamed up. There are 2 bosses in which you have to hunt down and kill to claim a bounty. Once a boss is killed, they take a while to be banished. The banish part is all done automatically. It's more of like a cooldown timer. You don't have to worry about it, but it does take some time. So, in the meantime, you'll have to defend the area and hope no other hunters are nearby. Once the banish is complete, pick up your bounty and begin running for an extract point. You hunt down bosses by picking up clues which you can find the locations of by using this ability every hunter has called Dark Sight. The clues light up a bright blue with a droning sound, and depending on how bright and how loud they are determines how far you are from said clue. Then you can cross-reference the clue location with your map and you'll get a pretty good idea of where it's at. Do note that all the clues are in the same locations for every hunter in each game. So, in one of my experiences, we had 6 hunters fighting for one clue, and that's part of what makes this game fun. You can go for the clue, and if you're close enough in the early part of the game, you can set up an ambush around the clue, or you can just pick up the clue and keep looking on for the next one. Clues never expire for other hunters, so every hunter can pick up the same clue, no problem. There is a difference in the way the object looks, though, after the first person picks it up, and this allows hunters to know whether someone was already there. For clarification, the clues are typically in the same general location, but it will vary where it is specifically. The bosses are already in a preset location before the match starts, so you can always end up going into the building where the boss is without picking up a single clue. But we're not done yet, because there's one more thing to worry about when you are in a match. Or rather, a lot of things to worry about. There are zombies, hellhounds, water devils, and monsters that roam around and will attack you if you get too close. There are ducks and crows that will fly away if you make too much noise near them. And there are also twigs, chains, cans, and broken glass that will make a lot of noise if you walk or run past them. Tin roofs on the top of buildings will be allowed in this thick noise if you decide to run along them. So yeah, this game focuses a lot on staying quiet, and there's a lot out there that will give your position away. You'll hear a lot of gunfire and explosions when someone's going for the boss, and these audio cues help a lot with not only gameplay and tracking down other hunters, but with the core experience. You don't get to just run around without penalty like in many other games. You have to methodically move around zombies and other hazards while making little noise. You can always run around and trip everything off if you like, but everyone will hear you coming a mile away. That being said, footsteps don't seem to be loud or louder than other shooters. Twice playing this game, I just so happened to be looking the right direction to spot a hunter before they were right on top of us. We were probably 20 or 30 feet away, and I did not hear their footsteps at all. So avoiding hazards is a must if you want to not get spotted quickly. As for the zombies and other monsters, they're not overly aggressive. So long as you're not walking 5 feet in front of them, they'll typically leave you alone. The only exception are water devils that will make a beeline to where you're at if you stay in the water for too long. So now let's talk about loadouts. Unlike Battle Royale games where you start out with nothing, in this game you start out with your own gear. The only gear on the map are ammo and health, and you already start out with max ammo, and after leveling up, you can start out with a first aid kit as well. Weapons and items are locked to your general level called Bloodline. So you will start off with very basic weapons and tools, but as you collect bounties, kill off zombies, and other hunters, more things will unlock over time. This is probably the more sketchy part of the game. As you go against hunters who've been playing for a while, they'll have more weapons to choose from. This game does have a workaround though to keep new players, well, playing. You can recruit a hunter which has a preset loadout. This loadout will sometimes have gear that you don't have unlocked yet. This game features permadeath for your recruited hunters, however, but that doesn't kick in until your bloodline level is at 16. This gives you a good amount of time to get used to the game and the loadouts before you have to worry about your recruit dying. Recruiting a new hunter is very cheap for new players, but the higher in level you get, the more options you'll have, and the more expensive it'll get. Overall, the game does a really good job with atmosphere and sound design. It forces players to play a certain way. There are a lot of aspects that tie into the hunting motif. If you make a lot of noise, you're going to be easy to spot. If you limit your noise and avoid hazards, you can set up ambushes. There's only 9 other players on any given match, but because of all these hazards, it does a good job of slowing down the action a little bit. As you go against higher skilled players, these matches do go a lot quicker, as the players are a lot more confident. Even with a slowed down gameplay, because of the atmosphere the game gives off, it doesn't really feel slow. You always have the option to extract early without collecting anything if you're having a bad run and want to keep your recruit alive. So there you have it. There are a few early access issues like sometimes losing connection to the server and some zombies spawning within an object on the map, though that does seem to be rare. The only other issue may be netcode. As you'll see here, I meleeed a zombie, and it took a second for the hit marker to show up and for the zombie to react. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it does feel weird how it takes a moment for the game to process that. The weapons work with projectiles and not hit scan as well, so your shots will take some time to hit a target at a long range, and it feels a little more delayed than it should be. It's not game breaking, but it does take some time to get used to, and hopefully in the future, at least with the melee, the hit detection will be a little more responsive. And one thing that I really do like about this game though is, aside from the atmosphere, just how full it is. With all these different monsters and things that can mess you up, the game does a really good job of making you play slow. It makes you think twice about your actions. And it's something that I wish more games would incorporate, especially if they're going to be in a Battle Royale genre. The Battle Royale genre is fairly new and it's fairly recent, so there's a lot of options and ideas that can definitely be used from Hunt Showdown into other games. I would like to see another system just like this in another Battle Royale where instead of just trying to kill each other, you're actually trying to gain a bounty or you're trying to gain an objective. Let there be some actual purpose to the map other than just running around. And I think that's also the problem why I can't get into Battle Royale games, because they're not objective based. They're all just a big team deathmatch, or deathmatch rather, free for all. And whoever wins, wins. With very little consequence. And if you lose, oh well. But in a game like this, in Hunt Showdown, every match you have a chance to gain something out of it, other than just a win. There's more elements to it that make each match, again, more meaningful. Overall, though, the game does play a bit slow for other players, and for many other players, this game just won't catch their attention. And it's a bit of a shame. It's not to say that this game is perfect, not by any means. And it's not to say that this game is underrated. Just that it's a very niche design, and in its design, it's going to drive a lot of players away. I would just like to see that a lot of these other elements that they threw in there to be incorporated into a more general audience type of game. So there you have it, Hunt Showdown. It's in early access, available for $30 US. It's fun, it's challenging and unique. For an early access build, it feels rather solid. There are a few issues here and there that you can't always avoid. I am Mr. Rain, and happy hunting. Shit,
Go away. I can't even find that dude's weapons.
So
yeah, it's a really good gun. If you want. Ooh, I'm taking that uppercut though.
It's a long range still?